Hello everyone. This is a video that's going to explain how you should have approached Part B on the weekly assessment from August 30th. For 1.2e, the question was explain how one state in Source 1 formed and impacted the region. Here's the source that was given to you. It shows you the Middle East, and it shows you three states in the Middle East. One of them is the Mamluk Sultanate, another the Seljuk Empire, and another the Delhi Sultanate. And so you had to explain how one of these formed and explain the impact that they had on the region. Here's a map showing you a little hint that you should have considered whenever you were describing these states. This is a map showing you Turkic homeland and Turkic expansion. You had to mention the Turks in this response, that they moved into these regions and impacted these regions. So they came from Central Asia and they moved into the Middle East and to South Asia. So for the rubric, for how it is being graded, for a 3, a 4, and a 5, these are the different things you could have done. For a 3, if your response earned a 3, then you really just identified that these states were formed from Turks, or you identified that these states took over Abbasid territory and influence, the Abbasid Caliphate. You earned a 4 if you took it up a notch and you explained that nomadic Turks invaded the region and established either the Seljuk Empire or the Delhi Sultanate, or you explained that the Mamluk Sultanate was formed when Turkic slave soldiers rose up and seized Egypt, or you earned a 4 by explaining that these states led to the fragmentation or weakening of the Abbasid Caliphate. Now, if you wanted that 5, if you wanted to get advanced on the rubric, you needed to explain that these states were formed from Turkic peoples moving into the region with an appropriate explanation, and you also needed to explain that they impacted the region by fragmenting and weakening the Abbasid Caliphate. So that for a 5, you had to mention specifically how it was formed and how it impacted the region, specifically that it caused the collapse of the Abbasid Caliphate. Now there might be an instance where you typed out in your response something else that is also a sufficient answer, depending on what you use to study, but this is the bulk of what I was looking for in these responses. So here is an example response that you could have given that would earn a 5. So explain how one state in Source 1 formed and impacted the region. Well, the Seljuk Empire in Source 1 formed because of nomadic migrations. That's my claim. Specifically, Turkic nomads from Central Asia moved into the region. That's the evidence I'm going to use to support this TEA statement. These Turkic peoples impacted the area by forming a state, the Seljuk Empire, and taking over territory in the Abbasid Caliphate, causing the Caliphate to fragment and weaken over time. There's lots of details in this response. It doesn't need to be super long. It doesn't need a whole bunch of analysis. It's just got the right stuff. And that's all you need to do to get a 5. Thanks for watching.